Hey, you are now locked in to Hard Reset with Juice Kastoan. Let's go. All right. So for this episode, I kind of want to talk about the grind, I guess you could say. In my path, worked night jobs many a time. Um, Previously, when I was like going to college, I was working a night shift, and I don't mind saying this one because I don't ever see myself working there again. But at Walmart, I used to work the night shift. I was inventory, but even before then, I was a cashier. And then I moved up to the deli, and then I moved up to inventory. Um, and it's a grind. You pretty much sleep during the day, and then get whatever you need to get done early enough so you can get your sleep in, and then you wake up and you get ready to go to work, and you go to work until the sun comes up. You know what I'm saying? You go to work at night. You wake up, not wake up, but you finish your shift, you go outside, it's bright outside, and while it's bright outside and everybody's starting their day, you're trying to wind down. So, um, I did that when I was in college, and then fast forward to when I got out of the Navy and I was in San Diego. What I took was a manufacturing job, and it was basically 12-hour shifts. And besides the 12-hour shifts, um, it was nighttime. I think it was 7 to 7, I think, or something like that. It was 12 hours, and it was well, I say it was easy. The hard part is, getting your sleep and making sure that your body adjusts to the time itself. I did that, and even with that being said, I did all that knowing that it was going to be the foundation for me to do whatever I needed and wanted to do. So when I took that job and I did it, I was like, finally, I'm working. Okay, cool. Now, what is it that I want to do besides this? Because this isn't going to be enough. I was working the night shift, and while I'm working the night shift, I'm just bored mentally because you're doing a lot of mundane things over and over again. So for me, I'm like, okay, well, I I need to I need to find a purpose outside of this, otherwise this is going to get old real quick, and I'm not going to have the motivation to really try to be good and do it. So, that was when I looked into real estate and tried to get into investing, and that was the thing that kept me going. I was like, okay, I'm doing this job, but you know, let me work real estate too and do that. So this would be the thing that helps me get by. So, once I did that and all of that was in motion, then I got the property and everything. Everything was cool. The property was in Westmoreland, which is a little bit outside of El Centro and Brawley. Um, Nice little town actually. And it was very friendly people. They used to have I forgot what that festival was called, but it was pretty cool. They had vendors, they had boxing matches, with the youth. It was pretty cool. And I love that area. And after doing that for a while, I met my soon-to-be wife at that point in time. And I got to the point to where, okay, well, with the property, it's passive income. It's not something you have to work on every day. Main thing you gotta do is make sure everything's functional, make sure everyone has the things that they need to have a good life, and besides that, pay your bills, pay your mortgage, all that. They pay the light bills and all that other stuff, but you just need to pay the mortgage and make sure that the roof is good and the AC is good and all this other stuff. So once I got to the point to where that was just going and I didn't really have to do much maintenance and it was just free flowing, I got into the point to where again I was like, okay, so what do I do now? And at that point I was thinking about, okay, so what career would I would not mind getting into? And I've always loved basketball. I haven't spoken about it, but I played basketball since I was in kindergarten. So um I played all the way through high school, got depressed, didn't want to play my senior year. And then when I got in college, I worked on it real hard because I wanted to try out. And then, of course, when trials came, I got scared. I was scared of failing, so I didn't try out. Um, but other than that, I still loved basketball and I still played often. Even though the older I got, I realized I don't like playing anymore, and I don't like running open court. When you're playing open court and you're not playing with people who actually love basketball and play basketball every day, but just kind of want to do the cardio and don't really care about the finesse of the game. But I don't mind the physicality. It's the recklessness that can lead to injury. And I found myself getting injured a lot just running in open court. So at that point, I was like, I don't really see the benefit of me coming out here and playing because it's no longer fun anymore. Because now when I'm playing, I'm getting injured and then I'm hurt for like 2 to 3 weeks or a month based off of something that some person did on the basketball court that wasn't really like a basketball play. Especially if you're playing well, for whatever reason, people they go out their way to um not play, how do I say it? They go out their way to um make their presence felt and they either foul you hard or they'll push you in the back when you're not looking, like stuff like that. And all that's happened to me before. And then all those things, it either led to me being hurt severely to where I couldn't play often, or it was something where I got hurt and I couldn't play or do anything for like 2, 3 weeks. So when I weighed the pros and the cons, I was like, it's not worth it. So I really haven't ran like an open court game in years. But with that being said, I still love the game and I still love being around the game. So what I decided to do is I was like, well, maybe I can get a career in coaching. So I started coaching at a middle school, and I was the basically the seventh grade coach and the assistant coach to the eighth grade, and I did that for a little bit, and I enjoyed it. Um, I was coaching a girls basketball team. The group of girls, you could tell there was a lot of beginners that's never played before. But being able to coach and teach them things and being able to see them flourish and get better and better, and their confidence get stronger and stronger as the season went on, it's pretty dope to see, and it felt good to see that I was able to help improve their game and improve how they played just from coaching and spending time with them, um, and coaching these games and these practices. So that also led me to being like, okay, so I'm working overnight, getting my Celsius, drinking my Celsius and driving during the day all the way to an hour away to the school so I can coach. And then after I do that, I'm driving another hour back to get ready to go to work. And then I go home, go sleep a little bit, and do it again. And that was just me grinding and me pushing towards the goal. And my wife, she actually helped me with that because I was talking to her about like what would be something that I would love doing. And she was like, "Why don't you just try it and put in an application?" So that's what I did, and it actually it actually worked out. And I got actually a job, and I was able to start coaching. Um, while I was doing that, I did move to Orange County and start working overnight at another manufacturing plant as a supervisor. But in the process of me doing that, I also realized it was going to be hard for me to do both. Mainly because the timing between it all, I didn't have that good timing like I did at the previous job to be able to coach and also, go to work overnight. I didn't have enough time. They overlapped. So since that was the case, it was like, well, I don't think I can coach anymore because at that point it's like you're choosing, are you going to coach or are you going to work overnight? So working overnight made me more money. I mean, you coach off of stipends. You're not even getting a full salary unless you got a degree and you're like the head coach or something. And even then, it depends on what school you're at. Because some schools, even the head coach still gets a stipend. So, um, at that point, I decided I was like, okay, well, I'll just work. So, I was working overnight. And I adjusted pretty well. My wife helped as well. She would help me get ready for work and things of that nature. And I was just working overnight and grinding. That's all I was doing. Going to work, learning as much as I could, trying to lead a team, teach people what they need to know, and other than teaching people what they need to know, just make sure everything ran smoothly. And when you're doing that, it's kind of different because I started to see the things in play and see how people operate and realize that when people feel threatened, they go out of their way to try to make you look bad. Um, it's kind of weird, but they they'll purposely say things or do things through management to try to um say you're not doing your job or to say he's not doing well and that you need to talk to him. So, when you get into, and this isn't even corporate, this is literally just manufacturing. Mm. This isn't high level big bucks. This is manufacturing, maybe 24, 25 an hour, things of that nature. And so when I was doing that, I learned, well, what do? You CYA, you know what I'm saying? You cover your butt. So I started writing emails, and so anyone couldn't just trip me up and say, "Oh, well, he didn't do this," or "He didn't check that," or "Why is this like this?" I started sending emails at the end of every shift, letting people know exactly what's been going on during my shift. Um, no one could say I didn't tell them what was going on because I sent the email. And if they didn't see the email, then at that point it was their fault. So I started doing that, and things pretty much chilled out a little bit once I started doing that and holding people accountable. So I just adjusted. Whenever you're confronted with an issue, you don't panic, you don't get mad, you just sit back, assess it, and then address it. Um, my advice, because I haven't worked a night shift since I moved to Maryland, so um, I'm still grinding, but now it's like, I wake up, go to work, come home, help the wife with my son, and get him to bed, and then spend time with my wife, and then pass out. So that's like my routine now. And when I was working night shift, I could say that the main thing is you want to have something that gives you purpose, something that gives you drive. It's okay to work the job and, you know, make your money. Um, I also feel people shouldn't feel pressure to do stuff that they don't want to do. So if what you want to do is you want to work, chill, spend time at home, relax, and then go to work, and you don't really want to do more than that, that's fine. If that's what makes you happy, I say do it. It's not harming anybody. So why can't you? Just go ahead. When you feel ready to do more, then go for it. Don't be afraid to try it. Um, what I would say is, you find that job that's overnight if you have to work overnight. And if you want to find a job, the best ones to find are overnight because not many people want to work overnight. Um, just think about the talent pool and everybody that wants to work during the day, and think about the talent pool and everybody that want to work overnight. Not many people want to work overnight, and hopefully they pay more. So the idea would be to, if you want to get your foot in the door somewhere, try to get in overnight. Um, but other than that, while you're working overnight, find something that gives you purpose, gives you drive, find a hobby, something that you can um, do that makes you feel alive and makes you want to keep going, and use that night shift as a foundation to go do something else, whether it's outside of that job or if you want to move up in that job. Just do really well at that job and try your best to focus and find ways to do your job efficiently so you can get looked at and move up. Um, but you want to find things that make you happy and then use the money from that job to fund those things. And then, the idea is hopefully by the end of it, you you build up your skill set at whatever thing that you like doing and can find a way to get paid for that thing that you love doing. So, um, for this episode, I would just say the main thing is, in regards to working overnight, I would say don't be afraid of it. Embrace it. Do it if you have to. If it gets you a foot in the door, do that. And try your best to flip that into something that you really love doing. Overnight is tough. It's not the easiest, but it can be rewarding if you use it correct. So that is this episode. Be sure to subscribe. If you want to comment, leave a comment, answer the polls. Other than that, hit me up on Twitter or TikTok, Instagram, whatever, at Juice Kastoan. And I hope y'all have a good day. This was Hard Reset. Hopefully you got some. Leave a comment, answer the polls. Go ahead and contact me at Juice Kastoan on Instagram, Twitter, everything. To go and holler at your boy.
Mad thoughts just going through my head. Expectations have been met.